Great news also with what we saw with the Indonesian President touching down in Australia. And the headline on the Australian tomorrow reads, PM up a gear with Indonesia. Indonesians will gain easier access to business visas, while the country's employers will benefit from a deal covering Australian critical minerals and green energy funding that Anthony Albanese and President Joko Widodo said took the diplomatic relationship up another gear. Here they were at Taronga Zoo earlier today.
Well, Mr. President and your delegation, can I say what a privilege it is to host you here in my home city of Sydney.
Indonesia and Australia must build a more substantive and strategic economic cooperation.
Tanvir, I don't know whether because everything else is like a bin fire, as Caro De Russo so aptly described it on the late debate just earlier. Everything else feels like a bin fire, but seeing this diplomatic, this absolute bounty in the positive sense, we're going to see an increase in education. We'll see a bunch of tertiary institutes open in Indonesia in the coming years. It's exciting, and it's good to see that Australia and Indo are really fermenting and we're taking our relationship to the next level.
Yeah, it's a good news story, Jen, and it flows on the China thing, because Indonesia, is this critical country is part of kind of balancing China. So that's in the backdrop of this sort of relationship. And look, to be honest, for years we've always pushed Indonesia to try and build a relationship, but it doesn't easily take off. So I hope some of these measures do build those stronger ties. And the other key part of this story, which wasn't quite, which is in the different section of it, is Indonesia and Australia are really trying to build this rare earth partnership. So they've, rare minerals now, lithium, etc., become so strategically important, be it semiconductors, etc. And Indonesia and Australia are trying to build a bit of a partnership there. We mine them out and they might manufacture it, that kind of thing. So that's a big part of this story.
Yeah, indeed. Bintang's out for Jokowi. I think it's been an all-round successful trip, that's for sure.